One more race to go then at Sha Tin, race number 11. We'll get to that in a second. You get an opportunity to go head to the multimedia showcase on the website hkjc.com and have a look at Hong Kong Direct this week. Weighing in with Ruan Mars on a bit of a roll, and Ed Sadler and Trenton Akers looking ahead to FWD Champions Day as well, and the Japanese contenders. Have a look at that Hong Kong Direct this week. We'll get into the final event though here at Sha Tin. Race number 11, Class 2, the only Class 2 of the day, over the 1400 metres. The field headed by Not Usual Talents, Benno Young and Jerry Chow from Barrier 8, out of Group 1 behind Waikuku last time out, the Queen Silver Jubilee Cup. Super Wealthy runner up to Roman Turbo last time with a £3 turnaround with that rival. Silver Express out of the Derby, probably didn't stay, but won course and distance to start before that. That was Roman Turbo's first win last time out here in Hong Kong, his first try at the 1400. Got Guy Dragon, good third behind Roman Turbo with a £5 turnaround, and Super Buddy also out of that Roman Turbo race, beaten 5 1/4 of 50 to 1 shot, again with a swing in the weights. Now, Not Usual Talent, Racing Fighter, Guy Dragon and Super Buddy are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa in the last 30 days. We're here at the touch screen to have a look at the speed map and a couple of the key races here, Mark. Starting off with the speed map itself, should be good, the tempo. And, well, Silver Express, I thought he was pretty impressive when winning from the front 2 starts back, but maybe get some competition for the lead here.
Actually thought he might get a pretty easy lead, Andrew, Silver Express, with Highly Proactive and Hinch and Love. They both like to race forward, but thought they might take a trail behind Silver Express. He was so good over 1400 metres 2 starts ago. He's drawn barrier 3. Highly Proactive is in 5 and Hinch and Love is in 6, so he's going to get the inside run on them, Silver Express. Those back in the field, there's nothing really there that we normally see go forward. I'll be surprised if they don't look to lead early, certainly with Silver Express, and then Joe, if he gets pressured, might look to hand up. The rest of it looks pretty right. They'll sit back and try and run at the end, but they leave the 6 alone in front over the 1400 metres. He's going to be there for an awful long way, as he was 2 starts ago, and didn't quite run out the Derby trip, as you said.
Yeah, how's he looked at track work, Paul?
Well, here we go. We can have a look at him straight away here. Silver Express, he's looked good. No problems. The distance looks ideal for him, doesn't it? Back and trip. He's under a good hold here and he moves really nicely. So good work there from Silver Express leading into this. The other one we can have a look at here is Roman Turbo. He's a last start winner. He was very impressive at his last start as well. He looks good here this morning as he comes down. So a really nice piece of work from him as well. And no issues with Roman Turbo. And the other one is Flagship Glory. Now he's coming back off Derby data. Obviously didn't run in the Derby, but a nice piece of work from him. And he's looking well, and back to 1400 metres for him as well.
All right, we'll have a look at him in a moment or so. We're going to start off here, though, with Silver Express and back to track work. Ed, chatting with Joe once more.
Joe, Silver Express in the Class 2 over 1400 metres. You won on him 2 starts ago before he ran in the Derby. That looked like a dominant win from him that day.
Oh, yeah, he did, just winning with such authority, which we don't usually see very often in Hong Kong, and he's no doubt was a quite exciting type of a horse. We wonder why they decide to run him in the Derby.
He's a horse who obviously probably didn't stay the 2,000 metres. The Derby wasn't run to suit him. What sort of distance range, though, now that the 4-year-old series has been and gone, suits this horse best, do you think?
Well, he's no worse than Amala, but I think 1400 metres will do him his best. I mean, I guess 1400 metres is his best ranging distance in my point of view.
We saw when he was beaten before you rode him and he won that he was very wayward one day here at Sha Tin. From a riding point of view, what's he like to control?
Just don't forget the start before with Gary Steaton, he snaked around on the course. So when I got on him, I was aware of that, and I just tried to be very simple with him. Don't use the whip too often on him and try to keep him on the straight line. And with me, fortunately, he was fine. Probably with the gear that John Size add on him helps a lot. He's not a very trustful horse. We might see him doing the same again, but so far in his last 2, he didn't. So we got to hope that he keep on that way. And he does indicate that he's a kind of very powerful kind of a horse. He's speedy, he jumps always very well, and he put himself up there on the speed, and I can't see him doing any different this time. I think he's going to be positive once again and going to be on the leading division.
He hasn't been here for too long, Joe. How much more scope is there with him?
Plenty left. I mean, he's indicating that he's got to learn a lot. he has room to improve a lot, in my point of view.
And when they put the blinkers on him, Mark, after he'd hung out the way he did, there was no signs of it when he won, and inside draw's got to be positive for him too.
Absolutely. The blinkers were the key. He attached to that rail and never looked like wavering. And then the start after that, Paul, in the Derby had the blinkers on again. He was just too tired to waver from the 400-metre mark.
Exactly. Yeah, it was just a step too far to him. I think the 2,000 metres, but the 1,400 metres looks ideal for him. So, yeah, he's definitely one of the main chances for me.
OK, well, let's have a look at some of the rivals, and we'll start off here with Not Usual Talent. This is him finishing in second place. This is in the white cap. We're going back a couple of starts because he was out of the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup last time out, and highly proactive, Paul, down on the inside.
Yeah, so highly proactive, found a bit of form, hasn't he? He's been going pretty well. He'll be right on the pace. I do like Not Usual Talent, though. I think he's a very honest horse. Look, it was a good run from him 3 starts ago when he won over the 1,400. He's got the apprentice claim, so he comes into the race quite nicely, I thought.
I've got him in also at the top here, Not Usual Talent. Paul's been with him for quite some time. He was only beaten by 3 3/4 with Waikuku winning the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup in Group 1 company. He gets in nicely here, especially with Jerry's claim of £7.
OK, we can have a look. Highly proactive, actually, there. So he's finished. After this, he's then run behind Roman Turbo as well, and that's the next race. Beauty Smile winning this race here. We can have a look at him, Roman Turbo, with his breakthrough win as they got him up to the 1,400 metres. So he's the winner. Got a lovely run down the outside. So horse runs second. That is Super Wealthy. We've got Guy Dragon, who finishes in third place. Highly proactive down here on the inside again, and Superb Buddy finishing a little bit further back, Mike.
I like Roman Turbo, Andrew. Not sure he can sneak past the Flagship Glory or Silver Express, but out of this race of the horses we're looking at here, he's up £3 for the win. He was drawn 9, it goes out to barrier 12. He's going to risk Super Wealthy, Paul. As smart as he is, he's wearing cheek pieces for the first time, but he is drawn barrier 14 in a hot field.
Yeah, that's just the query for me. He's got a lot of gear on, isn't he, Super Wealthy? But from barrier 14, I think he might find it a little bit tough. He was on the cusp, but he didn't quite make it in for me.
Took him a long while to get there, Roman Turbo. Always looked like he was going to get the measure of Super Wealthy there. This is Flagship Glory then, Paul, and this is sort of a little bit below par, so he's on a bit of a comeback mission.
Yeah, he is. This is probably his worst run that we've seen since he's been in Hong Kong. They were trying to get him up to the Derby. I think he can bounce back, though. His track work's been very good leading into it. They take the hood off him, and I thought he hit the line OK 2 starts ago when he won, and he came off a sort of a slow tempo. So the ability's right there. He just sort of grinded here, didn't he, over this 1,600. So back to 1,400 looks ideal for him, I thought.
It's just a weird race. Reliable Team and Beauty Smile got out and led and ran them along, and we saw them line up in the straight, and not really anything made ground on the leaders. So we just put the pen through that race and go off Flagship Glory's form before that, because it was just a strange old race.
Yeah, Beauty Smile running well. Pressure Ship was in that race as well. He ran well on the all-weather on his next start. So that's some form coming out of that. Silver Express, 2.1 though, Paul.
Yeah, he's come up short, hasn't he, Silver Express? I like Flagship Glory to bounce back over the 1,400. So at that sort of price, 14 and 5.2, happy to make him the best of the day. Roman Turbo, he's in there for second. Not Usual Talent, third. He's going well. And then the favourite, Silver Express, or current favourite, 10, 8, 1 and 6.
Same 4 as Paul, just a different order, but do have the 10 on top, Flagship Glory. Just forget that last race. It was just strange. He was a winner 2 starts ago. That was his first to go in Class 2 as well, and it was 1,600 metres. He's back to 1,400 metres, and he's placed twice over 1,400 metres here, and also at Newbury and Kempton, so the 7 furlongs is to his liking. Silver Express, if he does get an easy lead and attaches to that rail, we saw what he did 2 starts ago prior to failing in the Derby. Roman Turbo's well weighted following the wind. He's not up too much in weight, just a slightly wider draw. Not Usual Talent is out of Group 1 company, back to a class where he's run second and first at his last 2 appearances in. And Jerry Chow takes that £7 claim for Benno Yung, 10, 6, 8 and 1.
8 and 6, my cue there in the last. I'll stick with Roman Turbo on that last win. Stats-wise, Paul, what are we looking at? What are we looking at this week?
Danny Shum and Zach Purdom, we've said it on race day how well they're going. Here it is in numbers, 24 rides together, 10 wins, 3 seconds a third, 42% win rate since March. So they're going really, really well. And they've got a first starter that looks a big chance, and Huge Tiger, the 3-year-old there. So he's the one to watch in race number 4.
And he will appear in the best bets in a moment. Not for you though, Paul. You like this one in the last?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Flagship Glory in the last to bounce back. Derek Long, he's been in great form. I think I've got him in top in about 3 races, Derek. So hopefully he can have another good day, and he's on top. And then Super Kingdom, we'll take a chance with him in the Griffins. None of them have raced before, but what I've seen on trials and track work, I think there is ability there with him. And Karis Teaton, another jockey in good form after a 4-timer at Happy Valley. And in race 11, we're going to do the play 1, 8, and 11. Not usual talent, Roman Turbo with Flagship Glory.
Zach was good to us last week. Won't be with him on Saturday night when his Sydney Roosters take on the mighty Cronulla Sharks, but come Sunday we'll team up again. He was good to us last week with Trader winning. So race 4, number 9, Huge Tiger. He's looked really sharp at the trials and showing good speed. Valiant Elegance in a very open second race. The 7 off for Jerry Chow. He had excuses last time and he's drawn up against the outside rail. The play looking great, and Pakistan Friend. The forecast to run 1 and 2 in race number 9.
My best bet's in that race. He's not in your play though. Beluga up to the 1800 metres. I think the step up in trip will suit him, and he can go back to back after winning last time out. And each way Solar Power with a stable change, and Karis Teaton. I think he's riding Paul's each way play. I think Solar Power can go close at a double figure price. And my play also in race 9, not as confident as Mark as far as the straight out forecast is concerned. I go QQP, Beluga looking great, and Pakistan Friend. So there you go. That wraps up Sha Tin on the weekend. 11 to look forward to there, and then back to Happy Valley next Wednesday, Mark.
Thank goodness we're back to Wednesday. Andrew was all thrown out last week with the Thursday racing and the Monday racing. So normal transmission returns, Paul.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the Courier Wonder, Fantastic Treasure, some of these young horses coming through. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and actually after that, we're back to Saturday at Sha Tin again. But that's the show. Thanks for watching. I hope we'll see you at Sha Tin on Sunday. We will be racing to win.